onto it to help you get a complete picture of what is going on. So the first thing you need to do before you even run the blood tests that I mentioned on the previous audio is to make sure you check your monocyte. If you listen to the read your blood test like a pro audio, you would see what markers you should be looking for, what level and ranges you should be looking for, just to rule out Epstein-Barr virus, which causes tiredness, which most people with hypothyroidism experience. Another thing you need to check is your DHEA sulfate. This is the adrenal hormone. It often gets low in people with hypothyroidism, and it's a precursor to the sex hormone. And this could also be something that could give your doctor an idea of what's going on in your body. Now, I also mentioned your TPO and TG antibodies that needs to be checked. I need you to be aware that you can have a normal thyroid level but still have low thyroid symptoms. So your TPO is an antibody in the blood used to identify issues with the thyroid. However, your antibody 70, whether it's 70 or 700, does not determine how much destruction is happening in your thyroid gland. Higher level does not really mean a worse outcome. TPO does not destroy the tissues. They are antibody protein that stick to another protein but does not destroy it. The T cells are the body's natural killer cells that destroy the thyroid gland that is not working properly. So if T cells are overreactive but the antibodies are only 70, there will be lots and lots of destruction. Rising antibody level is an indicator your thyroid is getting worse. Your baseline helps the doctor decide if medication needs to be increased or decreased. Your doctor will prescribe pharmaceutical drugs to support your thyroid based on your levels. Now, most people with hypothyroidism would end up with metabolic disease like insulin resistance and diabetes and vice versa. If you're pre-diabetic or diabetic, that inflammatory state goes with it and affects your thyroid function. Sleep and stress also affects it when you are on medication. Grains also have an impact on thyroid, so staying on a grain-free diet could reduce the need for thyroid hormone, and it could reduce antibodies in the blood. If you listen to the audio on nutrition on the lifestyle category, you will find some of the recommendations I've given and some of the things that I used or did to help myself or to support my thyroid. Selenium is very important for our body, and the soil is depleted of it. Including selenium-rich food and supplement will support your thyroid because it contains antioxidants, even if you do not have hypothyroidism or on thyroid hormone. Smoking and chemicals like chlorine and fluoride cause selenium deficiency. Vitamin D regulates the T cells, so you also want to check your vitamin D level. You need more vitamin D if you have a thyroid condition. Ask your doctor if you can go on a vitamin D therapy to improve your level, especially if it is below 30. Living a primal and fat-adapted lifestyle is key with high thyroid hormone metabolism and cutting out grain. Like I said, if you listen to the audio on nutrition, it should help you work out some of the things you want to add on to your diet and some of the things that you might want to consider taking out. Even if you are on thyroid hormone, you can have them work better, possibly decrease them based on your diet, and it will include receptor sensitivity. It would improve receptor sensitivity. Blood sugar balance and microbiome diversity are key for improving your thyroid health. The thyroid needs to be fixed to fix your cholesterol and gut dysbiosis. Intestinal permeability needs healing to heal brain fog. Movement like walking, weightlifting impacts blood circulation depending on how far the disease has progressed. You might not be able to get out of bed, let alone move. So whilst you're still moving, you want to start making lifestyle changes so you don't totally have to depend on people to help you. Be aware that you can have a normal thyroid level but still have low thyroid symptoms. It is very important to learn about how the thyroid works and teach it to your loved ones. You cannot afford to be ignorant about this if you value your life and that of your loved ones. Do not take drugs without making the effort to also find the root cause of the disease. Depending on how bad your thyroid is, you may need pharmaceutical drugs, but you need to add a primal lifestyle to make it work even better for you and help you help your doctor. There are both natural and synthetic thyroid medications. Some people do better with either. Centroid is a T4 medication. Most people, it has failed most people and it has worked for some people. It is it's synthetic form. The T3 and T4 combination works better for most people. It's a natural desiccated form. It's in a natural desiccated form. If you have religious or ethical issues, you might not like it because it contributes to the death of pigs. There are also fillers in it that some people are allergic to, so you need to really look into it and make sure it's right for you. Every country has a different combination of natural desiccated thyroid. There's also a T3 only, which is also in synthetic form, which is the biological active hormone it is the last resort for people who cannot convert T4 to T3, and it's also in synthetic form, like I mentioned. Now, thyroid medication should be introduced in low doses and adjusted slowly to give T4 some time to convert. The first 6 months, you should have a lot of blood tests, and every 3 to 4 weeks, and then a dosage increase until you reach the right dose with your doctor's advice. You may only need to test twice a year as time goes on. You might need less testing, especially in the summer, and need more in the winter. Your dose should be split instead of taking them all at once because our thyroid does not pump out everything we need in one blast. It pumps out T4, which converts into T3, and it's a process throughout the day based on the activity, on our activity and what we eat. T4 only can be dosed once a day. For anyone else on T3 especially, it needs to be multi-dosed. Other tests that you will need to look into are things like your cortisol level. This is a saliva test which will show how stressed your body is. B12 level helps to boost your energy and protect you against heart disease, so you need your levels checked. Vitamin D is another one I mentioned. It needs to be checked every 6 months, and it helps to regulate your T cells. Thyroid patients need more vitamin D. You need to also check your magnesium level, your ferritin level, which is your iron storage, and determines how well your thyroid or thyroid replacement hormone is metabolized. If you're still menstruating, you lose more blood over time. Therefore, you need to check your level to see if your doctor needs to put you on an iron therapy to increase your level. In summary, you need to identify the trigger of this disease. Like I said initially, the first thing is to check that you're not fighting a bacterial or a viral infection. You need to calm the immune system down by doing a gut rehab. If you follow my if you listen to the nutrition audio to find out some of the things you can include to help you gradually do this and improve your gut health. You need to manage your blood sugar to reduce cortisol level. And you need to do some hormonal work using healthy fats like pure avocado, olive, coconut, or palm oil. I know this is a lot of information, but I hope that you have an idea of what you need to do to start this journey. You have everything you need. Some of the health challenges you may be experiencing because of your thyroid, like excess weight, diabetes, and insulin resistance, will start to improve as soon as you start working on some of the things I've mentioned. Short-chain fatty acid helps with healing leaky gut, like flaxseed, bone broth, omega-3 fatty acid from fish like sardine, mackerel, anchovies, and salmon. Like I mentioned earlier, other food like avocado, bone broth, probiotics like sauerkraut, which is fermented cabbage, is very helpful. Make sure you include at least 3 vegetables on your plate at every meal. 1 green leafy one, 1 cruciferous one, and 1 colorful one. It could be carrot, it could be tomatoes if you're not sensitive to nightshades. If you listen to the audio on nutrition, you would understand what nightshades are. Too much sugar and carbohydrate makes hypothyroidism worse. You will not have to live with them for the rest of your life because of your thyroid issue, because you can see improvement in symptoms with the knowledge you have now. Listen to the audio on nutrition for autoimmune and lifestyle. Remember, I always say that nutrition is not the only thing that will set you on the right path in your healing journey. Your lifestyle plays a part in it. They all complement each other. Even if you're on medication, you still need to improve your diet and lifestyle to make everything work well for you. I really hope this works for you, whether you have a diagnosis or not. If you have some of the symptoms I've mentioned on the audio on hypothyroidism, then you should definitely look into doing some of the things that I've mentioned. I really do wish you well on your healing journey.